ruthless, agile group of women. Trapper, you gotta help me out here. I've done this like 3 times and yet I still can't get it right. Anyway, welcome to 2.0 version of Office Aerobics. Coach Josh here today inside the JCC gym. I hope you enjoyed our last video, and today I'm gonna bring you a new set of 3 different sets of exercises that we can do at home. Today, all you're gonna need is a wall, so you can find a wall at home and do this inside, outside, probably outside. The weather's been so beautiful, there's no reason to stay, well, there is a reason. But let's stay outside for as little bit as we can, get some fresh air, take some deep breaths, and hopefully that makes you feel good. Hopefully we have a mindset of celebration and joy as we get into the holidays of Passover and Easter, and whichever you celebrate. Let's pray to God here that He has some blessings and some healing, and for those who are suffering, and I pray for safety and healing in each one of your households and families, and that we may stay connected and together in this time. So let's jump right into our exercises here today. Like I said, we have 3 sets. It's going to be a little bit different than last week. This week is going to be a matter of you doing the exercises as long as you can do. Okay, so what that means is if you can hold the exercise for 10 seconds or 20 seconds or 30 seconds, you're going to hold it as long as you can hold it. Then you're going to release that exercise and do it 2 more times. Okay, so we're going to walk through here, and again, remember, all you're going to need today is a wall. Okay, so the very first exercise we're going to do today is a wall push-up, and that's just going to kind of get everything in our body warmed up. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your arms shoulder width apart, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, legs kind of in that plank position. The closer you are to the wall, the easier this is going to be. So if you feel like you want a little bit more work, you can step those feet farther back. Remember, you're going to do this for as long as you can until you cannot anymore. Inhale on the way towards the wall and exhale on the way out of the wall. So exhale. And we want those elbows and those wrists to stay at the same level, and then you're just going to push right back. Inhale, exhale. That is a wall push-up. So you're going to do that as many times as you can. Take a break for about 15-20 seconds, and then you're going to do another set as many times as you can. And that's the first exercise, wall push-up. The second exercise is going to be a wall sit, and that sounds exactly what it is. You're just going to put your shoulders and your butt back against the wall, and you're going to slide down. Sorry about the angle there. And you want to try to make sure that the weight here of your body is in your quads. If you need to stay a little bit higher, that's okay. Remember, you're going to do it as far as you can and as long as you can. So if you can slide a little bit lower, that's great. And you're just going to hold it to wherever you can for as long as you can. So if that's 20 or 30 seconds, again, it's up to you. Inhale and exhale. And if you get really, really tired and you can't stand up, you can slide on down to sit down, or you can push yourself back up. You're going to do that 2 to 3 times for as long as you can. Our third exercise is wall plank. You guys should know familiar and be familiar here. This time we want to get, you can't see them, but we want to get up on our tiptoes, really try to make ourselves as straight as possible, really suck in that stomach back toward the spine. You remember that cue from class? Really suck in the stomach towards the spine, squeeze the legs, squeeze everything. No dip. No mountaintop. We want to try to make sure that's a straight plank all the way down. And remember this position and this feeling, because we're going to be here a lot today. As you exhale, still try to squeeze that stomach nice and tight. So again, you're going to hold that for as long as you can. Repeat that 2 to 3 times. That should be our warm-up set. That should take you, let me back up so you can see my face. That should take you about 5 to 6 minutes, depending on how long you're holding your exercises and how long you are resting. The second set that we're gonna go into is all for our legs. Last week we did a lot of arms. So we're still gonna only need a wall here. And the first exercise that we're gonna do, and you're gonna do 12 reps, which means 12 lifts on each side. And you're going to try to do that 3 times for each exercise. The first exercise is our lateral leg raise. Okay, so if you would imagine this in the water, we're going to take that leg out to the outside. the cool thing against the wall is you want to try to make sure that your shoulders and your back stay on the wall and you stay as connected as possible to the wall, where you're pulling that heel up and against the wall and the toe is away. Now you saw me lean there so I can lift my leg all the way. No leaning. So as soon as you start to lean, that's as high as your leg goes. And you're gonna exhale on the way up. And if I were to do this off the wall, it would be the same, where it would go. And that toe is pointing forward and the heel is against the wall. And that's a really good way to keep good posture. So again, 12 on each side, or you can do 12 combined, so that's 6 on each side, and we're gonna wanna do 3 sets of those. The second exercise is now gonna be a straight leg lift. Same thoughts process, shoulders in the back are against the wall. Now the leg is a straight leg, and instead of, and this is why we do this against the wall, we don't wanna have our hips come off of the wall. So we're gonna keep our hands there, or you can keep your hands to your side, but just so you can see, hips against the wall, and it's gonna be a straight leg lift. Now, keeping everything connected, don't come off of the wall. So you're gonna really push everything back, squeeze that stomach, squeeze your quad, the top of that leg, and it's a straight leg lift. Remember, what's most important? Posture or speed? Posture. Always, always, always posture. Hey, that's as quiet as it is in class sometimes, right? Let's make sure we get that good exhale when we do that. So that's a straight leg lift. The third one is a class favorite that we do, is a W high knee. And same concept. You're gonna keep those shoulders back, those hips back, and you're gonna do a W high knee with an exhale on every leg lift. Okay, so when I do this forward facing the camera, it's gonna go across our body, straight up our body, and out to the outside. And the cues, as always, knee up to the height of the hip, ankle right underneath the knee, and foot flexed out to the outside. So those 3 exercises again were lateral leg lift, straight leg lift, and W high knee. And we want to do 3 sets of 12 for each one of those. And then our last set of 3 exercises for that core, we want to make sure that we're really staying foundationally secure here, really working on our transverse and our abdominis, getting all of the obliques taken care of. We're still going to do the same plank situations that we do in class, but this time again, just up against the wall, okay? So the first exercise is going to be plank mountain climbers. Again, the posture is really important. We want to make sure that we're in a straight line plank, squeezing that core, alternating, lifting the straight leg up underneath you. Exhale as the knee comes up. And you can do this speed-wise on your ability, but the important piece is that we stay in a plank position. Remember, you're going to do that for however long you can hold it, maybe 20 to 30 seconds. Take a rest for that amount of time, and then you're going to go through and do that 2 more times. So that's plank mountain climbers. The second ab exercise is plank diagonal mountain climbers. Same concept, except for now, think about in the water how we would take that knee to the opposite elbow. Same concept here, plank position, knee across your body, across your midline, with an exhale. Now, you see my shoulders rotating a little bit. We want to try to take that away. Keep the shoulders still. And do a lot of the work from the core, here on the abdominal wall, and then here into the obliques. So again, 30 seconds-ish, as long as you can do it posture-wise, and then take a break, 2 more sets. And then the last one, plank out to the side, fire hydrant, like dog on a fire hydrant. In there, we're just in that plank position, core is tight, and now that leg is lifting up into the outside. Up into the outside. With an exhale, as that knee comes up. And again, 20 to 30 seconds as long as you can, and then take a break for that same amount of time, and then go through and do that 3 sets. This workout should take you about 12 to 15 minutes. It can be repeated up to 2 times a day if you'd like to just get the extra movement, and it can also be repeated every single day. And if you do that, if you can add 3 or 4 days maybe in a row, you'll really start to see some of that strength improve, that core really strengthen up, and see some gains here. Remember, as we go through this week, to try to be thankful and grateful for what we have, praying for those who don't have as much, and for the joy and celebration of this holiday season. I miss you guys so very much. I can't wait to see you in person. Please feel free to shout out Coach Josh. Send any sort of questions that you may have or tips that you may need. 615-310-1755. I can't wait to see you again, and hopefully that time is sooner rather than later. All right, everybody, be safe. Love you very much, and talk to you soon.